Hola, hola. It's your girl, Erica from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start standing as your fully expressed self. As you are, queen, as is. There is no filter needed. You are fucking awesome. And I am here to remind you, I'm a confidence coach, a business mentor, a speaker, an author, and I am obsessed with women standing up, showing up, and creating their confidence. And I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Hello, my love. Oh my God. Okay, so at the time of recording this, I am a fucking TEDx speaker. Oh my God. Holy shitballs. If you're new to the podcast, this is probably a weird one to start at, but if you're not new to the podcast, then you know how huge this is. I have been talking about wanting to do a TEDx talk for a very long time and how scared I was and how scary the application process and the website and the red rug and all the comparison and all the shit and feeling like I'm not smart enough or educated or academic, whatever. That's been my reality for a very long time. And last year on the podcast, I challenged you and said, you got to do something hard. And I said I would do something hard as well with you. So I held up my end of the bargain, my friend. I don't know if you did. Let me know if you did. Send me a message. I'd love to know what you chose to be hard and if you did it and how you found it. I applied to the TEDx and December 2023, at the end of the year, last year, I got the application email back and said, you are approved. And I was in the car, I remember like it was yesterday, and I slammed my laptop shut and just broke down into tears. And I wanted to share this with you because I don't think I've talked about this much and why this TEDx experience was so big for me and why we have to chase the things that our heart desires because of what it creates for us and the opportunity that it creates for our destiny and what we desire. So as a little girl, I had this belief always, since I can remember, maybe 2 years old, 3 years old, that I'm a stupid Spanish girl from the hood. And it's really been a belief that has owned me, and I do a lot of work, and I've done a lot of work, and I continue to do a lot of work, and I'm not done. But I'm pretty aware of the things that slow me down and stop me, and I overcome quite a lot. However, this one was one that was just riding with me. I couldn't overcome it, but it was with me, the stupid Spanish girl thing. And so in my business, I've done amazing things. But when something doesn't work out or when I couldn't figure out why it didn't work, I would go, it's because you're stupid. That's why. If you were smart, you would be able to figure it out. And everything in my life is about how I'm not smart. And if I was smart, then I could have done this because that wasn't smart. And it's so weird because I struggled. And it's so funny because I think it was a time when I got taken from my dad. My dad took me away from my mom when I was 7. He kidnapped me at the time. And I came back to America. And I remember barely speaking English because I learned Spanish in Puerto Rico at that age. And I didn't know Spanish, so it was weird. The whole thing was weird. I came back and we were learning about Christopher Columbus or someone. And I was like, oh, is he still alive? And obviously he was dead. This is like a history class. And all the kids started laughing at me. And they were like, no, he's dead, duh. And I just felt so stupid. And I wonder how much that experience, because I still remember, I remember how I was sitting, where I was sitting. It really messed with me. And I think from that moment on, I just made myself feel like I'm stupid. I'm not smart enough, and I'm not educated enough, and I'm not white enough, and I'm not academic. And I didn't do well in school at all. I barely graduated high school. Like, I'm talking barely. I'm so lucky I graduated. So I've had this story running behind the scenes, and I'm aware of it, but most people aren't. And when I got that TEDx email that said, your application has been approved to be a TEDx speaker, it was like that belief got called out. That belief got shook. It was like, oh shit, fuck, I'm getting evicted. I got to get out of here. I'm not allowed here anymore. I think I'm outgrowing this space. And I could feel the belief in me. I could feel it being challenged, being questioned, starting to be eradicated. Like, you can't live here anymore. This is not true. This thought, this belief that I thought was true all my life has now been proven that it is not true. And when you have proof of the opposite that you've been thinking about yourself, when you have proof that you are good enough, when you have proof that you can be loved, when you have proof that you are smart enough, pretty enough, good enough, incredible, amazing, worthy, etc. Ooh, that is a big, big shakeup for your system. And so I knew that day that I got on that goddamn stage and I did my TEDx talk, that it was going to be gone. When I walked off that stage, that belief is gone. And the day of the TEDx, I was the last speaker, which is also crazy because I wanted to just get that shit over with. And I do everything first. I'm like the first at the front. I put my hand up. I'm in. I'll speak first if I can, which is not always a good thing. You don't learn when you're first. You're not slow when you're first. It's almost an impatience. And so I was like, this is a gift. You're going to be last. And they were so happy. They were like, your message is going to bring us home. And it's perfect for the end. And I can see how it was. But that's hard. The end of the day. And I'm like, okay, I'm closing this out. And I get on the stage and I'm walking and I'm trying to dance. I'm dancing to my own music in my head while someone else is talking, which I couldn't really focus on the last speaker, gorgeous Georgie, who did an amazing job. Because I was in my head, I was like, I'm about to go up. I'm trying to get in my zone and somebody's talking and I'm in the room and it was wild. So I'm dancing in my mind. And then I get on that stage. And literally the saliva left my damn body. I was like, where did my saliva go? I don't know where it went to this day. Where? I have no idea. But it was like a desert in my mouth, so dry. And I have spoken on stages with 1,000 people, heaps of people. Like I've been in front of a lot of people, audiences that don't know me, that I don't know. And that's never happened to me. I feel like I kind of blacked out or astral traveled through a glass. Like there was like a glass window and I was watching myself watch the audience. And it felt like everyone's face was frozen. So I couldn't tell if they were interacting or not. But I know that they were. I just couldn't tell in the moment. And I was reciting and acting. And I'm like, am I sounding good? Is this happening? What the hell? And at the end, I kind of forgot a line, but I picked it up quickly. And that sucked because I was like, no. But it was fine. We worked out. It was all good. But for me, I was like, this was the most insane experience of my life. And I walked off that stage and I thought I was going to cry. I thought I was going to like literally walk off and be like, like crumble. And they took me out. Like once you come off, they take you to the back and you go to the green room. But because I was the last speaker, they started walking me to the green room. And then one of the organizers was like, nah, she doesn't have to go. Like she's the last one, so she can stay. So it kind of disrupted my tears and my emotions. And so I didn't get that chance to cry. They had all the speakers get back on the stage. And when they did that, I lost my fucking shit. I will say that the first 2 rows were Sistahood women. There was a few women who were in the second row that weren't in the Sistahood. But to see my clients in the first and second row of my TEDx talk, when they know they've known me for 6 years, the Sistahood women. There was a few OGs, Kelly Smith, Vicky, that were in the audience. And it just meant the world to me. It meant the world to me to see their faces, to see my team, my husband in that front row. I had beautiful friends that came. Oh, man, some of my friends flew from Sydney. Shout out to Yemi. I love you. My friend Kemi was volunteering on the day and Lucy was volunteering on the day. I was just held. I was surrounded. Danny, I was surrounded. And I thought, wow. Like, you're doing a TEDx, which is scary, by the way. If you ever want to do one, that shit is scary. And you're doing it cocooned, held, supported by some of the most incredible women and your man. And I got off the stage, and then when they got all the speakers back up, I was just like, like just sobbing. I had to get my shit together. I was bawling my eyes out. And then I hadn't seen my husband yet. And then Hamish came up to me, and I just lost my shit. I just lost my shit. And we went off and celebrated, and it was amazing. And literally the day after TED, I jumped on a fucking airplane to go to Queensland to do a conference with 300 hairdressers. And that lit up my soul. 2 days before TEDx, I was in Perth, which is like a 4-hour flight from Melbourne on the other side, west coast of Australia. Like, I mean, it's been a whirlwind. I haven't really been able to process. Today I have an event for one of my gorgeous clients that I'm supporting her with. And then Wednesday, I'll be able to I'll probably just sit and cry. I just need to cry. I feel like I need to shed and I need to cry. I did a beautiful ceremony with myself around my sacral chakra, which is like the stomach area. I feel like that has been the block about the stupid Spanish girl. It's been the block on creating and being who I came here to be and building what I came here to build. And I had a dream the night after TEDx. I had a dream that I got shot in the stomach, like so close. The gun was on my stomach and the man shot me in the stomach. And I woke up and I'm like, whoa. And my husband was like, I feel like that was the blockage that cleared. And I don't know why I got shot. I don't know what that was about, but I really feel like something huge has shifted and I don't know what is going to come after this, but I know it's going to be amazing. And I don't know who I'm going to be after this, but I know she's fucking not playing. I know she's doing big shit. And for this to happen in the midst of, 7 other speaking engagements, I've been on airplanes this past quarter, just crazy. It's been incredible and I'm so grateful. But I just wanted to share how crazy it is when we have a belief that we decide to let live inside of us rent-free without investigation. When we decide to allow the thoughts that tell us that we're shit, that we're not good enough, that we're not pretty enough, that we're not smart enough, that we could never do this, that we'll never find love, that we're not good parents, all those thoughts, we let them live without investigation. We allow them to take up space, real estate in our minds. We allow them to create lives. We allow these beliefs to create their own lives. And I probably could have done this sooner. However, I didn't believe I could. And because I didn't believe it, I allowed that to be my truth. And it was not true. I'm not a stupid Spanish girl. I'm a Spanish girl from the hood, but I'm not stupid. So my question to you, as I wrap this up, what is a story you're telling yourself that is not true? What's something that you've been believing about yourself for many years that you know is not actually true? And what are you willing to do to let that go, to eradicate that belief, to challenge that belief, to prove it wrong? And what if you could? I think you can. I think you should. And I want to challenge you to do so. I love you so much. I'm so glad I got to share this with you. That belief is gone. And I did a ceremony and I'm going to burn her out because I feel like I had snake skin in my body. Like I shed it, but it was still in me. And I'm sure the purge is coming, which will probably be a hot shower and me on the floor crying for an hour. And that's definitely coming, yeah. I just felt that in my body. I'm definitely doing that. I want to say to you, this month, March, we decided to do an incredible offering for Sistahood. For those of you that listen to the podcast, for those of you that have wanted to work with me, for those of you that know that I'm your person, that know that the Sistahood is your community, you want to have a better life. You want to live a bigger life. You're done playing small. You want to work on yourself, and you want to give yourself the investment of time, energy, commitment that you deserve. The Sistahood is open the month of March, and there's an incredible offering. It is so accessible because that is my goal with this program, that every woman in the world could join us, no matter their budget, no matter what they're going through, and they could have support, and they could be coached by me, and they could be held, and they could be guided and supported so that you could live the best fucking life that you came here to live. And those of you that have kids, the impact this could have on your children is next level. So I want to invite you to click the link in the show notes. Head to thequeenofconfidence.com. There's a huge banner there. Go to my Instagram, click the link in the bio, or just comment the word Sista, S-I-S-T-A, on Instagram. Send me a DM with the word Sista, S-I-S-T-A, and I'll send you all the details so you can join us. There's never been a better time, International Women's Day month, with this incredible offering, this incredible gift for you to choose yourself once and for all. I can't wait to see you in there and guide you and support you. And I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for listening. I freaking love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for your ears and your energy and your attention. Thank you for letting me into your world. And thank you so much for listening and tuning in to this podcast. There are so many podcasts you can listen to, and I deeply, deeply, for real, appreciate you listening to mine. Do me one big favor, one big thing. Please share this episode or this podcast with a woman who you know needs to hear this. This is my mission on planet Earth, to serve as many women as possible so that we could show up, stand up, speak up, and create the confidence and the life that we desire. I appreciate you, my love. I will see you on the next episode.